Hello and welcome to the Kinkall YouTube channel. Today we're going to look at pattern 4835 and just specifically at the lace that runs up the front panel and down the sleeves. It's a little bit unusual in that you increase and decrease just slightly while you're doing the lace, and you need to be aware of that as you're going along, so you can't necessarily count your stitches at certain points and be sure that you're right. So anyway, let's get cracking. Okay, today we're going to look at the lace on this particular pattern because we have found that a few people have got confused with it. It's an 8-row pattern repeat, and you do actually increase and then decrease stitches as you go. So the actual pattern is 23 stitches, which runs from here to here. And during making this section of lace, you increase to 25 stitches and then back down to 23 again. So you don't really want to be counting your stitches on the 3rd row because that's where things change. But by the time, after you've done the 5th row, basically, you're back to the normal number of stitches. But you do have to be quite careful. It's not the easiest piece simply because it's quite a long row. So I'm going to work through these quite slowly, and you pick which bit you want. So this is the 1st row, and you basically need to knit to however many stitches you're told to work for your size. So I've just cast on a few extra stitches at the end, and this is where the pattern starts for the lace. So you've got your knit 2 together, yarn forward, then knit 1, yarn forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass that slip stitch over. So you haven't gained or lost anything here. For every knit 2 together or slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, you've got a yarn over, and that puts the stitches back in for you. We now start with, you've got a knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, so you do that twice, slip 1, knit 2 together, then pass your slip stitch over, then you've got a knit 3, then knit 3 together, which is a bit of a fiddly stitch, so that's that. Then yarn over, so I've just brought that forward and over like that, knit 1, yarn forward again, and knit 1. Then you're at the other end now, so you've got your knit 2 together, yarn forward, knit 1, yarn forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, and then knit to end. So again, that'll depend on how many stitches for the size you're making. So that's row 1, and on row 1 you've neither increased nor decreased on that one. The 2nd row and all subsequent reverse side rows are all just purl. So you may want to just fast forward this bit to the point that you need, because it just takes a few seconds to purl your way back across. Make sure that you purl all these individual loops. So I'll just point one out as I get further along. So that there, do not slip it off. You want to purl it as you would a normal stitch. Okay, we're now moving on to row 3, and this is the one where you do actually increase across the row. So you do knit however many you need. I've done 7 for this little sample, so I'm knitting to just before where the hole starts. You start with your knit 2, yarn forward, knit 1 there, so you've lost and gained, yarn forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. So you've got to that bit there, and now the next section is a knit 1, yarn over, knit 3, yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 3, yarn over needle, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn forward, knit 1, yarn forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit to end. There we go. So across that one, it should look still even across, but you have actually increased 2 stitches across there. So I'll just work across the row again. So this again is just very standard purl stitches. So feel free to fast forward this a little bit and then just pause it until you're ready to do the next section. So now on to row 5. And you can just start to see how you're getting the shapes in the lace again. So just knit the first few stitches, and then this first little bit is the same on every row. So you do knit 2 together, yarn forward, knit 1, yarn forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over. So that's the first little bit that's always the same. Then for this one you knit 1, yarn over needle, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over needle, slip 1, knit 2 together, pass slip stitch over, yarn over needle again, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over needle, knit 1, complicated bit, and then you've got knit 2, yarn over needle or yarn forward, knit 1, yarn forward, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit to end. So these are fairly complex sections to do, so obviously work through them slowly. You'll have the pattern at the side of you, so make sure that you really take note of where you are on the row, because it would be quite easy to pick up at the wrong point. So do have a ruler and things with you to till you get into the pattern. And just going back across. Yeah. Row 7. Knit across the first few stitches till you get to this row here. Knit 2 together, yarn forward, knit 1, yarn forward, slip 1, knit 1, back slip stitch over, knit 1, yarn over needle, slip 1, knit 1, back slip stitch over, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over needle, knit 1, and then we're going to have to repeat that again. So we've got yarn over, slip 1, knit 1, back slip stitch over, knit 1, knit 2 together, yarn over needle, knit 1. Then we've got the knit 2 together, yarn forward, knit 1, slip 1, knit 1. Oops, sorry, missed a yarn forward. Yarn forward at that point, slip 1, knit 1, pass slip stitch over, knit to end. So that's row 7, and I won't do row 9 because row 9 is exactly as row 7. So if you just rewind that slight bit and go back, and then you can rework the next row to that, and then that's it then basically. So you've a purl row to do, repeat row 7, and then do another purl row, and that will flow this through. But as I say, do not count it after row 3, or if you do, allow for the fact that you've got 2 extra stitches. But you do have to work through it quite slowly and methodically, because once you start to go wrong in lace, it can be a little bit of a nightmare to pick it back up. So I hope you found that helpful, and good luck with the rest of the pattern.